Welcome to this series of Wegon Explore, where we are tackling one of the world's most remote and challenging four-wheel drive tracks, the Canning Stock Route. Kick off this journey with fellow explorers as we set out to complete the challenging route stretching over 1,900 k's, the longest historic stock route in the world. We don't know what we're in for yet, but we're gonna explore. Thank you for joining on this exciting episode of Wegon Explore. We watched in awe as the sun rose over the magnificent Lake Disappointment before hitting some car-destroying corrugated roads that even seemed to throw my eyes out. We come across incredible scenery along the way as we head to Georgia Bore, where we meet two fellow adventurers on their motorbikes. You've got to watch out here because things can get pretty wild.
Yeah, I broke my leg.
Broke it? You actually broke it?
Broke my leg.
So we're camping here just next to Lake Disappointment. Watched the sunrise, which was really beautiful and really cold. And you might wonder why I'm wearing this hat. It's because I got nominated last night. Yeah, you want to know what they got me on? We were actually driving along. My dad was at the front. He saw some dingoes and everyone wanted to see them, but we were in a one-way little lane. So I was like, I'll send up my drone. By the time the drone was up, the dingoes were gone. And it became my fault that they didn't see them. So, but yeah, so that's where I'm wearing the hat today, because no one got to see dingoes except my parents. But yeah, we're gonna cruise on to Georgia Bore today. That's where Nev and Andrew are gonna be heading off back home via Newman. And then the four other cars will continue going up to Halls Creek.
How many guys does it take to fold up a quick pitch tent? They got it.
Arm length! Come on, move! Right, as the captain of this ship, I have noticed at times amongst the crew there has been dissent. This will not be tolerated from now onwards. Dissenters for minor infringements will be tied to the main shaft and flogged. Serious dissent, you will walk the plank. And if you really piss me off, I will keel haul you. That means I tie your feet to a piece of rope, your arms to the other end of the piece of rope, and I drag you the length of the ship along the keel. If you survive, I will forgive you. Calm seas and a fair wind. Let's sail. Move!
That was the intro from our leader for today, Nev. But this is also a beautiful spot to camp up here. So it's just on the northern side of Lake Disappointment. You just go up the hill a little bit. Beautiful little campsite. And we're off to Georgia Bore and a couple of wells along the way.
I've been running so long that my feet don't work no more. Oh yeah, I've been running so long.
Good morning and welcome to day 9 on the Canning Stock Route.
Trevi, hoist your mainsail. You'll be falling behind, lad.
I'll get the crew onto it.
You like Italian.
I'll be walking the plank if you don't be, lady.
So the current leader, Nev, is pretending to be a pirate. He made us all line up in the morning
Rough water there, boys. Watch
at
out.
arm's length distance and told us all the punishments if we're not, I don't know, behaving. But it was really cool. We woke up with the sunrise this morning, which was just around 6:15. And it was so cool because the way that we had our tent parked up, you could actually just look up the lake from in
We've
bed.
had good time to Georgia, boys. I've doubled the rum rations tonight.
Aye aye, Captain. We made it to well 20. Took away the actual trough and took away the sign, you'd never know. So we're gonna cruise on and go back past where we camped last night, heading north. And yeah, keep heading towards Georgia Bore. Here's a little campsite at well 20, under the trees. Little fire spot. Wouldn't be a bad spot actually. It's quite nice. But if you're around here, you might as well camp around the lake. So much better, I think. 100%.
I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No, no. I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No, no. This ain't easy.
Great disappointment.
Cause the devil's on my trail.
I must say for us, it has definitely not disappointed. It's been really beautiful. Camping next to it last night as well was just magical. So cool. Definitely recommend it if you're coming along this way, especially up on the hill there. Otherwise, a bit more south, there's a spot on a nice open flat area where you can also camp, which would be really, really nice. You're a bit exposed to the wind if there's wind and there's no wood around. But if you've got wood and you don't mind a bit of wind or potential wind, it's a really nice spot. It's like a desert oak little forest going through here. It's just been kilometers now of just desert oaks. Northern side of Lake Disappointment.
I can't stay in no more. No.
Here's a little section of a low-lying area, Lake Disappointment, where you got to cross. You can see some really nasty drop-offs on the side if it's ever wet. Don't go off the road. Don't go off the road if it's ever wet there, because you saw those big holes. And then just straight back to the red dirt. I can imagine in the wet, this would be a whole different story. You'd have to be very cautious. But look how cool this track is out here. That's just really awesome. So smooth now. Easy driving, bit of a highway. Highway in the bush. A couple of bumps, but a highway. like disappointment. A lot of corrugation again, but through small little tracks. There's a lot of bush around. There's it's like, I don't know, it's totally changed again, the vegetation. Corrugations have started, so I hope this doesn't last all the way.
Pothole in the left-hand side.
But I can only imagine that it probably is going to be like this for most of the way from now on, because from here onwards it's just sand country. So we'll see how it goes. Everyone that we've passed have said that it is really, really corrugated going north.
There's the well.
There's a well. This is well 21.
The other one's when they dug and they came to be
Which,
harder rock.
yeah, it's just a big hole.
Just red dirt. And they kept digging trying to get down to.
Completely collapsed, but this one actually has a big hole. So watch out when you're coming racing around the corner. You don't want to end up down there. I mean, also just a bit of a ruin, really. Not functioning. So quite interesting though, because the first one that's actually created the big cavity, instead of it just being filled up, collapsed and filled up, it's still got a maybe 4 meter drop.
Yeah.
It is no loss, really, that this well has collapsed, because apparently they say that this well always had a bit of a sulfurous smell to it. So I don't know about you, but I don't want to be smelling rotten eggs while I drink my water, especially when there's no rotten eggs around. So yeah, but we'll keep cruising to well 22. Corrugations are starting again as well. Whoop-de-doo.
Woohoo!
These corrugations are just ruthless. You just can't escape them. You think, oh, maybe I'll sit on the side of the track and I'll be fine. That's what I thought coming to the canning. But no, you just can't escape them. So I'm just having a bit of a look at everything, just to check in. I did draw the lines on the bolts, see if they move. They seem to be all right. That one, all good. But everything's just rattling so much. It's absolutely insane. Like, I don't know how everything is still in one piece. I do think there might be a bolt loose back there. Yes. We'll have to check that when we get to camp, or at the well or something. But anyway, keep going to well 22. Everyone's pretty far ahead of us now. I will meet him there.
They are so corrugated. It makes everything a little bit wild when I'm driving. Everything shakes. This road is so rough. I don't even know what he's doing down there, but he's doing something. His koala hat on. His spotlights all got jiggled into the wrong direction. So they're straightening them up now. It's just rough. This road is so rough.
Here we are at well 22, which also is really just a bit of a depression in the ground. It's quite big. There must still be a bit of water that gets caught up in there. It's nice and green. Supposedly rebuilt in 1959 again. I can't remember the guy's name. He was coming down with his cows, so a party went out before him to come and rebuild these wells. But unfortunately, doesn't look like that is in state anymore. An interesting little story. In 1907, there was 4 prospectors that came around this area, and so somewhere between well 22 and well 21, they were camping at a spring out there, Gananya Spring, when they were actually attacked the one night. A report of 50 Aboriginals at the time came, and unfortunately Stephen Grace was speared and sustained some serious injuries. He survived at the time. They started trekking towards the rabbit-proof fence and met another drover out there, and he was feeling a bit better at the time. There were 2 other guys that were also injured, but they quickly recovered, and so when he was feeling a bit better, he decided he'll still head south towards Wiluna to seek some medical attention, and he went with the drover that they met with at the rabbit-proof fence, and they continued south. The other party of 3 that were prospecting, they continued north, thinking they will meet Grace again somewhere down the track because he seemed to be better. But unfortunately, along his journey back down to Wiluna, he did not make it. His wounds overcame him, and he passed away. Yeah, it's tough times back then. You know, it's rough country. There's no help anywhere nearby. It's something that you tend to forget out here as well. When you're here, you think you're so used to having support just around the corner, but you really have to be careful all the time because you just can't afford anything going wrong out here. Look at that delicious rat. Go on. Nom 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 nom. Delicious? Delicious. How are those corrugations, Dad?
Yeah,
It was horrible.
horrible. But anyway,
My spotties definitely came loose and they were looking a bit like this. And like this. Alright, I'm just going to go ask the others what they thought about the corrugations. So guys, what did you think about the corrugations? How did it go? Was it alright?
No, really great.
I think my
Yeah.
right eye's a bit loose.
Something wrong with mate.
Loose bolt somewhere.
There's a loose nut there.
A loose nut in there, they reckon. Nev, how'd you find the corrugations?
Well, I feel like my shoulders have fallen out of my body.
Yeah, I feel like my eyes have come loose a bit. I don't know, I think the right one's got it's a bit loose on the side there.
You've got a problem, mate.
Yeah, I got an eye problem there.
It was bumpy, but it wasn't that bad.
This is on our way to Georgia Bore. Last little 10k stretch or so. come across another burnt out or rolled over or stuffed car from the mechanic stock route. Another one bites dust. It's hectic, and I totally understand why cars don't want to go any further and they just give up. It's pretty wild out here in terms of the wear and tear on the cars. It's pretty rough. Here we're coming into Georgia Boar, and there it is, Georgia Boar. Look at all the little birds that love hanging around the water. That's awesome. For now, we'll just come to our camp spot over here. Not sure what that is. Well, this is unfortunate. A 60 series diff. That sucks. That is very, very unfortunate. Oh, look at that. All cracked straight through. They're trying to fix it by welding this on here, but just cracked straight through there still. Dang.
I don't have clothes for this weather.
No good. In case of emergency, they reckon. I think easy way to offload it. Bull ants. Yeah. Just got a bull ant that stung me.
Where?
On the ankle.
And they sting.
Get some because I can see a spin.
Dang. That little bastard. Oosh. Got to be careful here. Oh, there's heaps of them. Look at them there.
They're ants. Them big soldier ants.
Oh, yeah, that burns. Oh, there's a whole nest of them.
Oh, that's why.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's why.
Whoa.
There's a whole bull ant nest here.
Look at that.
Far out. As I was videoing this diff, I must have been standing right on their nest.
And one got
soldier ant.
Yeah. He stung me good. Far out. So these are the big soldier or bull ants. I know them as bull ants. So the interesting thing about bull ants, like it's not the biting that hurts so much. They've actually got a stinger on their tail like a bee, except they can keep stinging, and that's what gets you. So you got to be careful. They'll bite and then their tail comes around and it's a tail that stings you. But I've never come across a big nest like this, and I've never stood on a nest and waited for them to bite me unintentionally. But look, they come at you. This one is climbing right towards me. I don't know if it's a defense thing or what. Yeah, look at that. Yep. They try and climb up you. I think they're trying to attack you, eh? So don't go anywhere near them, FYI.
I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No, I've been down so long.
So I've just come across these guys traveling from north to south. Got Rob and Allison. Cheers. They got a nice cold beer for the trip. And you're riding, what are you riding here? 250 Yamaha?
WR250R.
WR250. And the 300.
Mine's the 300L CRX.
Yeah, nice. And you say the smaller sizes just because it's lighter. Better on fuel.
And they're lighter.
And lighter. Nice.
More nimble than the big bikes.
I know the big ones, yeah. No, that's awesome. So you got about 30 litres of water between you, roughly, or
yes.
no, 25-ish,
Yeah,
you said?
Yeah, about that, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Far out.
Carry our fuel on the back, so
Yep.
that's your extra fuel there, and No extra fuel in the Darchie bag.
That's awesome. Tents, swags, everything. Gee, like we think it's an adventure, but these guys are on a serious adventure. That is full on, eh? That is full on. No fridge.
That's a problem.
Nothing. Yep.
No fridge, no beer.
So you say last year you came from south, you got to this point, and then you injured your knee.
Yeah, I broke my leg.
Broke it? You actually broke it?
My leg, yeah. So we had to ride. So I broke it just before Savoury Creek.
Yeah.
Um,
Far out, that's a long way.
Yeah, it's not that close, yeah.
Nah.
So we had to, because there's no rescuers out here, so
Yeah.
we had to ride out. And then ride back to Newman and back to Perth.
Far out, what an
Fly
effort.
home.
Gee, tough.
It was tough.
Tough as nails.
Only a fractured femur.
Fractured femur.
Just a stinger.
Yeah, so this year you decided to go from north and they came all the way south to this point, so now they've officially
We've officially
completed.
finished it, but we're going to keep going.
completed, but now it's do it the whole thing in one shot. How awesome. Gee, dreamy stuff.
We're pretty stoked.
That's as tough as it gets, eh, in terms of off-road adventure biking. Gee. No worries. All right,
Loving it. Excellent.
all the best for the rest of the trip.
Thank you.
This is Georgia Boar campsite. A bit of shade, which is where everyone's parking up right now because it's quite warm today. So they're all in there. That's where the bull ants got me. And the fire pit. There's a toilet as well, track care toilet in the distance. You can see it right there. And there's more camping further down. I don't know if you can see it, but behind through that gap there. And the boar is just before that tree. So there's a good amount of space around here. Good spot to camp. Water quality is awesome. So you'd be happy to know that if you ever needed to have a shower or some water to drink. Really good spot.
Yeah. Bottom one's been like
Yeah. Sprayed vinegar on her face again.
again. Is that why you're tired? Isn't your bottle's labelled?
No, it's not labelled, and I thought I put the vinegar away, so it was ridiculous. I couldn't wash my face because
So there's two strikes there, vinegar.
I'm not sure what time of the morning it was to play zipper violin in the tent. Up and down, up and down.
Zipper.
In that one. I'm not sure what was going on.
Zipper violin.
Zipper violin. Zipper violin. That's a beautiful.
I had to go wee.